Manipur observed 21st the Great June Uprising Unity Day. People pay tributes to brave hearts who sacrificed their lives for Manipur's integrity. Heavy rain in past few days brings landslides and mudslides in None and Tamenglong district. Barak River water levels rises, causing apprehension to Juriband residents. Manipur reports one new case of COVID-19 out of 47 samples tested in past 24 hours. With one recovery, state's active COVID-19 cases remained at 2. And India adds 13,216 new COVID-19 cases, above 8,000 recoveries and 23 deaths in 24 hours. COVID cases rise to 63,108. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance from one another. Please remember that the fight against the COVID-19 is not over yet. Now, the news in details. Manipur observed the 21st, the Great June Uprising Unity Day today. People paid floral tributes to the brave hearts who laid down their lives during the massive agitation against the Bangkok Agreement signed between NSC and IM and the Government of India that threatened the territorial integrity of Manipur in June of 2001. Since early morning, many people came to pay homage at the memorial complex of the 18 brave hearts at Kikrupot despite the inclement weather. Speaking on the occasion, Chairman of the Observation Committee, Joy Chandra Konthaujam, recalled the supreme sacrifice made by the 18 brave hearts and urged all communities to come together and defend the territory of Manipur. He also demanded the centre to stop coming up with policies that may compromise the state's territorial integrity. Joy Chandra urged the government to resolve the existing border issues with Myanmar without further delay. He also enabled Manipur government to declare June 18th as a state holiday.
Adugumlaba miyangi oibe iho aduda agreement adudagi without territorial limit lokthokraba matungda ngasi Manipur gi apunba saktam kaidana leiba ase adugumlaba hero sing amadi miyangi iho aduna thokkhibini ngasi su iramdam asida isra India gi oiba policy kyana thugaina makal mathangi langlong tawriba masi aikoi khudakta lepkodamni Manipur apunba saktam kaidana thamgani haiba warep lawinaba asida Manipur da leiba mipung khudima furup khudimangna haikal laikat ase tamnanabagi damakta government masi suti oina lokthokpiu Manipur gi kumpuraba border gi situation che waroisan poro haibani waroisan poroktana matam amada ifai pusing na thamamba aikoi gi adugumlaba pak chawba do ngasi di fiction ba fiction gare fiction ba fiction laba matungda aikoi na ngasi phauda waroisan leitana matam gi yanana ba chatpa se masi tawigano.
Speaking on the occasion, Observation Committee Vice Chairman Nando Luang emphasized that the Unity Day was observed not only to honor the brave hearts but also to show a unified Manipur against any threat to the territorial integrity of Manipur and to build a general consensus among all communities in this matter. Nando Luang called upon all communities to stand united against any divisive policies.
The Great June Uprising Unity Day. Manipura khunda miniriba kanglu furup singnasu tasenga lamdam sigi yellow mi waraba lamdam Manipur ima gi asing bi waragadi Manipur gi apan masakam thugai ba pampam thokte punna leminaba punna chokol minaba punna thingna mina bai wakhan jida thajaba thambam toi maramduna hana kana gumba kanglup da yumpam moiba lalu lup singna organization singna tongan ba Manipur gi tongai taba wafam kaya gidamak da khong thang thabak toruba lekta gasu matam gi ba political journey ni khantoga aroi bidadi Manipur si punna lemina gadamne khoi Manipur gi manung da lemina ga khoi isina oina nuksi jana lemina ga dai ba wafam simasu appeal tawjari masida su lakbi haina aduga hoji Manipur gi apun ba saktam si kai roi haibagi tang ta bam leite haibidi adumak Manipur gi apun ba saktam thugaina bhona ba singi lalong da khoi adum akiba ma mayok nari maduna hoji government of India na yamna phongna tongan ba forum ra hong da thugaina bhona ba asida lamdam sida khundare ba maru ba kanglu furup da yumpam moiba lalolo amadi organization kiana yauchillaga Manipur gi apun ba saktam thugaina bhona ba se masi yamna tawhoi da thabakni madu gi khongtang du handopio.
Meitei communities in Assam and Tripura assures of defending the integrity of Manipur. Representative of Meitei diasporas in Assam and Tripura took part in the 21st, the Great June Uprising and Unity Day observance at Kekrupad in Imphal today. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Advisor of Old Assam Manipuri Youth Association Kundal Khetrimayum demanded the government to make sure that the final outcome of the peace talk between the Government of India and NSC and IM does not bring disharmony among ethnic groups in the state. He maintained that as long as the Indo-Naga peace talk is pending, the future of Meiteis in Manipur and outside remains uncertain. He also underlined on maintaining emotional integrity and instilling a sense of nationalism among youngsters to safeguard the state. Kundal said people of Manipur should remember that Meiteis in Assam are always there to protect the integrity of Manipur.
Manipur ki integrity kan na ngi tongta Assam amadi Assam mu bandala ri mai sing so padam purumta left no lady have se sana lai bang sa lai ba sina sing ojala guru sina kobi gano junati na thogyo sina malim da clear message somebody pire. That clear message is we always standing like that against any type of aggression, any type of attempt to disintegrate our land. Have was say message clear later. Masi horribly by sinasing sensation the aina hajani mudi territorial integrity na ekhoi gi pal haina meter na haina ri basa mito myan cha sinda ekhoi gi thamoi pithok taba masi jam takar we lawe.
Putiba Welfare and Cultural Society Tripura Secretary General Sinam Deepak said Meitei diasporas in Tripura have pledged to strive towards protecting the unity of Manipur post the June 18 of 2001 incident. He added that Meiteis in Tripura still considered Manipur as their home and that they feel proud and happy when Manipuri players outshined the international games and sports. Deepak said with the help of Chief Minister Amuko and civil society organizations in Manipur, Meiteis in Tripura are working tirelessly to preserve Meitei traditional attires, culture and tradition. He expressed happiness over celebration of Lai Harauba in Tripura.
Ima leiba kaiba jada haina taurisiga numit asida Tripura gi Meitei gi su poduga tharuk jagi kare haibadi asiga mi miyam sigisi khojam noite madu gi su khoina Tripura da akhoi rona pullaga milising ma oini akhoi na maduga shraddhanjali katki madu akhoi tauregi jam noite ba khoi tistaruisi sikhoi gi mamitte gi khoi iko ko kapera Sita wise jade aina ko Tripura jila thokela asumba se khoi Manipur se kaiba jaro hera khoi la thuki khwa da khoi ya pura samarthan khoi taurei.
A mega blood donation camp in memory of those who died in June uprising was held at RIMS today. Voluntary Health Unit Committee, RIMS and Immunohematology and Blood Transfusion RIMS jointly organized a camp held on the themed Blood for Old Races. 100 volunteers donated blood at the camp. President of Voluntary Health Unit Moirangthem Subhash Chandra recalled the 21-year-old incident and said the camp was held in memory of the brave hearts. A free dental camp was organized on the occasion of the Great June Uprising Day at UCYC campus and GV Zone 2 Langol today. The camp was jointly organized by United Committees Youths Club and 1 TH Bunkimed under the sponsorship of Dr. Teat Dental Care. Around 50 people attended the dental camp, which was led by Dr. Sardar Dr. Teat Dental Camp. Chief Minister Nongthong Bambiren today chaired a meeting to discuss issues related to procurement of crops in Manipur. The meeting was held at Chief Minister's Secretariat in Imphal. Nongthong Bambiren said state government will soon invite local farmers to listen to their views and suggestions regarding the procurement of crops by the government. Consumer Affairs and Food Minister L. Sushindro, top officials of CAF and PD and FCI. It may be mentioned that on an earlier meeting attended by farmers and FCI officials, state governments brought to the fore regarding Manipur government's plans to sell native rice product to the centre. President of Moirang Kendra Farmers Development Society Limited, O. Nilamani, demanded relevant authorities to provide necessary fertilizers to farmers in view of cultivation season. Speaking to media at the Moirang Patlo Lekai today, Nilamani said local farmers have completed 50% of paddy cultivation in the wake of early monsoon this year, and they need to spray fertilizer on the paddy within the first 10 to 20 days. He asks why the government has not distributed urea to farmers till now. Speaking to media, Society Secretary H. Ranjit lamented that outdated irrigational canals are not functioning properly anymore. He asked how Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of doubling farmers' income will be realized in this scenario. Ranjit demanded government and relevant authorities to restore both low and high canals to facilitate water supply to farmers throughout the year.
Manipur Sarkar na karai da thambano kari no khangdiri akogi harje masu ubo phangdiri aba dukan di hoji DAP se khara phange lising ahum gi maya lising ani ga chani pa lising ani changwa adwa gi maya da loina dawya du masi ta singna leiregi ne amu phangdaba masi yamna
Narendra Modi na double income, lomi da koi double income, PB gane na tatana lobiri. Ado ising yaw na koi na karam hai na koi na farmers indina koi double income o hengedri bane si busu ising da yona hangasari. Ado na yari mo kai koi KANEL sida upper KANEL lower KANEL sembira ka anda koi praja gi awa ba samtan yengbiu.
Manipur Government Service Federation MGSF held a meeting with representatives of various employees association of different government departments today. The discussion program was held at the Old Secretariat Conference Hall in Imphal. Speaking on the occasion, MGSF Vice President L. Sadat highlighted the issues facing government employees in the state like irregular salary, pay anomaly of teachers and the failure of government to release rightful benefits to pensioners. He said that the Federation has already apprised the matter to state government and that they will soon submit a memorandum to State Chief Secretary regarding the matter.
PICD ki marumapang mayam ki workers employee mayam ki kitang step motherly treatment manba atop gi di regular ta garaba PICD gatang ta da base masigi issue ji koi pakhat sakani pensioner marumapang mayam ki awab grievances mayam koi tajari koi tanada banate koi ya mena publicize to khot bu koi political party na tabne koi madu jo koi kitang phajade na khali koi ki president lead to bidana koi ki secretary general na de mayam jina tawdana koi itatata on daily basis koi tanajari bani chief secretary da masigi ju memorandum pi bada Hapcharagani, Department Kudik Mana, Cooperation PB Dana, Mapung Pan, Biba, Koran Biba, Mayam Punung Sita, Punuputagazari.
Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC condemned Chief Minister Nongthong Bambiren's recent remark which reportedly claimed that Manipur will disintegrate if it failed to abide by the philosophy of Bharatiya Janata Party. Speaking to media at Congress Bhavan at Birth Kendrajit Road today, MPCC Vice President Harishwar Goswami alleged that BJP pioneers were interested in fascism. He asked BJP how much welfare it has brought in Manipur. Comparing BJP government to the dictatorial rule of Hitler, Harishwar Goswami urged the public to carefully monitor the BJP government and its activities.
BJP ki CM oiriba Biren Honorable Chief Minister Manipur na BJP ki philosophy da chalhodabani Manipur kanbu wagani aibase aikoi asigumba Hindu Taba, Hinduism, Hindu Rashtra Linkatagadi, Manipur, Wagani, Hawapuni, Hang Tamjani. Heck, Dr. Generivasi, Ayamba, Loina Matsi, Huzik, Laivasi, a BJP, Dumba, Langa, Asida, Laiva, MLA Mantrina, Ayambo, Igani, Dr. Generation. Adobe the war on drug Saigadi, drug to the source, Tarai the no Kari, no Haiba Potu, Sigalaga, Madura Generiva meeting, Tugai, Loina, Loina. Mi mayam the putok na kara mayam the toragadi hena pagani.
CPI Manipur State Council opposes Agnipath scheme introduced by the centre and warns of staging agitation if government failed to roll back the scheme. Speaking to media at Robert Bhavan in Imphal today, Secretary of CPI Manipur State Council L. Sotin Kumar said Narendra Modi-led government has failed to fulfill its promise of providing employment to over 2 crore youths of the country. He alleged that the government, after carrying out privatization of the various public schemes undertakings and aiming to abolish permanent posts.
भारत की तोंगान स्टेट के आदा दिल्ली की सरकार ने रिएक्ट हो रहे तमिलनाडु की सरकार ने रिएक्ट हो रहे अदुग लोइना केरला की सरकार ने रिएक्ट हो रहे बीजेपी ने पांडव स्टेट कया राजस्थान अमना मथंग मथंग अकनबा वरेप के लोर कांदब से अगनी पट की स्कीम जहंदो नत्रगदी हाइबो फुमसी याम कन हौरे बतन जामने मरमदर कोई कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी की माइकेदगी सुबा लौरे खोंथांग से याम थुना हंदोफम थोई नत्रगदी हौरेब नहारोन सिंगी मोगी तुंगी पुंसीदा अमंबा लंबी मदा सोइदन खोंथांग चटपगी याम साथीबा फिवम ओइगनी.
Zamiatul Ulama, along with various civil society organizations, carried out a protest rally against the alleged controversial comment made by Bharatiya Janata Party's spokesperson Nupur Sharma and Naveen Jindal on Prophet Muhammad. The rally was held between Segmaijind, Hanguld and Santheld Bazaar, demanding the arrest of both Nupur Sharma and Naveen Jindal, along with slogans of BJP down down, RSS down down. One of the participants in the rally, M.V. Sahidur Rahman, warned of more agitations if their demand for arrest of the 2 BJP members are not fulfilled.
Nupur Sharma Amadi, Nabil Jindal Ani Asibu, Paliba Sarkar Asina, Atuba Matam, the arrest of you, Fabiu, Aduga Aingi Mating Laura Makoi Anibu, Saza Pibiu Haidana, Adugi, Yama Peace over Monga Tabareleni, Makoi Aniasi, Atuba Matam, the arrest of the Bataragadi, Matam Gi Toklapa, Punamaktai, Mangin Taraga, Haiba Lagi, Nabi Alayhi Salatuda, Akanbo Harakiba Makoi Singasi.
Kuki Tribe Council President Ngamlal Dongeld condemned that some people and groups reportedly demanded removal of any Kuki tribe, an umbrella community of Kuki sub-tribes listed as number 33 in the scheduled tribe list of the Indian Constitution. Speaking to media at Kuki Community Hall in Langal today, Ngamlal Dongeld said government recognized the Ani Kuki tribe, which is a joint group comprising 8 to 9 sub-tribe groups of Kuki. He made it clear that government cannot remove the Ani Kuki tribe without the consent of the Kuki sub-tribes.
Even government no one has the authority, the power to delete or discard without prior consultation or consensus of the people belonging to this Kuki tribe, Habatari Kuki tribe. We appeal to anyone, any section not to meddle with our tribe, that is Anikuki tribe, AKT, and to leave this AKT, Anikuki tribe, undisturbed.
Heavy rain in the past few days have caused havoc in the hills district of Manipur, especially in None and Tamalang, where incidents of landslide and mudslide have been reported. Many rivers in the district have also risen and flowing above the dangerous mark, requiring immediate attention of the relevant authorities. Meanwhile, levels of the Barak River is also rising due to intermittent rain in the last 48 hours in the state, causing panic among the residents of Juribam, especially in villages under Sonapur and Hilghat Gram Panchayats. Many paddy fields and fishery ponds have already been inundated. District administration is monitoring the situation and has taken necessary precautions. The district had been affected by flood on earlier occasions as well, when more than 100 houses were marooned by incessant rain. Manipur reported one positive case of COVID-19 out of the 47 samples tested in the past 24 hours. There is no death case, with 1 recovered cases. Active cases remained at 2. As per the latest report from State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room, coronavirus has affected 137,245 people and claimed 2,120 lives in the state so far. Total recovered cases are 135,123. Recovery rate remains at 98.45%. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
The pinnacles of success. Get enrolled to one of the finest schools in Northeast India, UNACO School, Excellence in Education.
Unique Education, the first CVSE and ICSE coaching center in Imphal. Admission open. CVSE Amadi Kosemgi class 11 Amadi 12 Science ki Thamangagi foundation course lakli batang taruktagi hokjaragani. Loina topic kudingma ki special NEET preparation class Amadi weekly test su thamjari. CVSE class 10 gi oinasu Thamangagi foundation course su lakli batang taruktagi hokjaragani. Nupi macha singi hostels Amadi van service su thamjari. Kudong chaba sing asi lobby ho Marolgidamak Unique Education Sega Road Konjing Hajari Lekai opposite Sangai Express Tagi Khambi Yagani.
Presto Personalized Wonders, Imphal da nauna hangdok jare, Haidibasida, personalized gifts, corporate gifts, awards and mementos, home decor, office rubber stamp na chingba, potlam sing, mafam asida pangbigani, ngasi maglangsing birau, Tila Grass Enterprises, Presto, Tangal Bazar near Kasturi Tong, Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 natraga 98621-00456.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Primetime, the English Bulletin. India added 13,216 new COVID-19 cases, 8,148 recoveries and 23 deaths in last 24 hours. As per the latest report of Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 active cash load stands at 68,108. Total recovered are 4,26,90,845. Recovery rate stands at 98.63%. Death toll reaches at 5,24,840. Over 196 crore doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 54,37,77,000 people. It has claimed above 63,39,000 people, and recoveries are above 51,89,49,000. United States of America has the highest active cases of above 32,33,000 in the world. 20 Assam rifle teams seized 50,000 pieces of WY tablets worth around rupees 2.5 crore from Kudingthabi checkpost this morning. Assam rifle troops also arrested one individual who was transporting the contraband in an eco-van. The arrested is Amt Jateshwar from the Imphal East district. Assam rifle team made the seizure while checking the eco-van with registration number MN01 AS 0772. Jateshwar came driving. The WY tablets were found hidden inside a detergent container. The arrested and seized drugs were handed over to Moreh police station. Unidentified miscreant shot dead a non-local at Zion Street in Churachandpur district yesterday. The deceased is 40-year-old Anand Gupta from Rohtas district in Bihar. He ran a shop at Zion Street. VDF Welfare Association extended a financial aid of rupees 2 lakh to family members of the former VDF personnel at district headquarters Taubald. Late Sinand Anand, resident of Taubald Kiam Sifai. The aid was handed over to the wife of Anand under the initiative of Taubald SP Jogesh Chandra Habujam. Meanwhile, the association demanded state government to take prompt action on implementation of RR of VDF and increase the monthly honorarium. For the first time in Manipur, doctors of Sky Hospital Imphal successfully stitches a hole into the heart of a 4-year-old patient through jugular vein. Press release from Sky Hospital said the surgery was conducted on 4th of June and the girl patient hailing from Vishnupur district was born with a large hole in her heart. Initially, doctors decided to perform device closure procedure through femoral artery on the patient and saving her life. However, owing to non-possibility of performing the procedure using femoral artery on the little girl, doctors resorted to stitch the holes using jugular veins. In connection to this, Chief Cardiologist of Sky Hospital, Dr. L. Shamkishore, gave hope to the people by saying the device closure procedure can still be carried out on heart patients even though it cannot be done through femoral artery. Four journalists, including Impact News reporter Elangbont Mushug, have been selected for a community network for empowerment KANEL Media Fellowship 2022. KANEL aims to raise awareness on hepatitis B during the year-long fellowship program. The other three journalists are reporter of Imphal Free Press PH Kenny, reporter of Morning Build Tania Narand, and reporter of Tom TV KH Yaifaba. The four journalists received necessary documents at KANEL office today. All Manipur Senior Citizens Welfare Association celebrated the 12th Foundation Day Old Age Home Mongsangai today. Floral tributes were offered to photos of the three departed former president of the association at the event. Attending the event, social scientist Dr. Dhanavir Laishram urged people to take great care of their aged parents. A Chinese pangolin was handed over to Unique Wildlife Protection Committee UWLPC by one Waikom Sunil of Loitang Kulend Awang Lekai, who rescued the animal from the road yesterday. Advisor of the UWLPC, Dr. K.H. Samungo, said that the pangolin has been sent to a veterinary hospital located at Manipur Zoological Garden for treatment as it was found in a very weak condition. Chinese pangolin is protected under Scheduled 1 of Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Buying and selling of this protected species can attract punishment under the act. Eleven candidates have to file their papers on the first day of nomination for the 16th presidential election scheduled on July 18th. Last day of filed nomination is June 29th. The Election Commission was scrutinized paper on June 30. Result of the presidential election will be declared on July 21 before President Ramnath Kovind's term ends on July 24. On the first day, Rajya Sabha Secretary General P.C. Modi, who is the returning officer appointed by the Election Commission for the polls, received 11 nominations. Of this, one nomination was reportedly rejected as it does not have proper documents. Former Supreme Court Judge Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai has been nominated as chairperson of the Press Council of India. She replaced Justice retired C.K. Prasad, who vacated office in November of 2021. The office of PCI chairman has been lying vacant since then. Justice Desai has served as the chairman of the Delimitation Commission on Jammu and Kashmir, which was established to redesign the Union Territories Assembly constituencies. Justice Desai has worked as a public prosecutor for the state of Maharashtra and as a judge on the Bombay High Court. Desai was the chairperson of the Indian Appellate Tribunal for Electricity after her retirement from the Supreme Court. Two persons were killed and several died in blasts near Gurudwara in Kabul today. At least two explosions were heard at a busy street near the Gurudwara in Kabul's Karte Parwand area at around 7 a.m. local time in Kabul. The area is densely populated and is the center for the Afghan Hindu and Sikh communities. Local reports say that two blasts happened near the two gates of Gurudwara Dashmesh Pita Sahib Ji, Karte Parwand, Kabul. Afghanistan's Interior Ministry spokesperson Abdul Nafiz Thakur told local news agencies that the two people who died were a Sikh devotee and an Afghan guard. United Nations UN says more than 10,000 civilians casualties, including 300 children, have been recovered since Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February this year. As per reports from the United Nations Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, around 4,509 people have died and 5,585 have sustained injuries. The date includes hundreds of children killing, mostly in intense shelling, missiles and airstrikes. Russia is deploying more forces to support its offensive in Severodonetsk and Lysychansk areas. But Ukraine's defense remains strong, according to the latest update from the Institute for the Study of War. Britain's defense ministry has said that Russia has likely renewed its efforts to advance south of Ukraine's eastern city of assumed in the last 48 hours. It has also been reported that a Russian vessel that was delivering weapons to the strategically important Snake Island has sunk after being hit by Ukraine missiles, while Russia's state RIA news agency has reported that Selling has trapped 77 miners in a coal mine in the Donetsk region of eastern Ukraine after power to the mine was cut off. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Manipur observed the 21st, the Great June Uprising Unity Day. People pay tributes to brave hearts who sacrificed their life for Manipur's integrity. Heavy rain in past few days bring landslide and mudslide in None and Tamalang district. Barak River water levels rises causing apprehensions to jury-bombed residents. Manipur report 1 new case of COVID-19 out of 47 samples tested in past 24 hours. With 1 recovery, state's active COVID-19 cases remains at 2. And India adds 13,260 new COVID-19 cases, above 8,000 recoveries and 23 deaths in 24 hours. COVID cases rises to 68,108. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and always stay safe.
Coral Enterprises, Architecture Amadi, Construction Material with Level ki khudong chaba kaya,